single day, India burns millions of barrels of oil just to keep the country moving. Cars run on it, airplanes fly because of it, factories depend on it, and our economy grows with it. But here, the uncomfortable truth most people don't realize. Nearly 85% of the oil India uses is imported. That means every day, giant tankers carrying crude oil travel thousands of kilometers across the ocean before reaching the Indian ports. Many of them pass through one of the world's most sensitive energy choke points, the Strait of Hormuz near the Middle East. If conflict or disruption happens there, the fuel prices in India can rise overnight. And suddenly, a distant geopolitical crisis starts affecting everyday life here. But now imagine something completely different. Imagine a future where the fuel powering India's economy does not come from foreign oil wells, but from sunlight, water, and tiny invisible molecule called hydrogen. That molecule could change the way the world produces energy, and India wants to be at the center of that transformation. Energy is not just about electricity or petrol. Energy is power. The countries that control energy supply often influence the global economics and geopolitics. For more than a century, oil has dominated the global energy system. Countries with huge oil reserve become the powerful exporters, while nations with limited resources had to depend on imports. India falls into the second category. Our economy is growing fast, our industries are expanding, our energy demand is rising every year, but our domestic oil production cannot meet the demand. This is why India spends billions of dollars importing the crude oil annually. An increase in global oil prices directly impacts the inflation, transportation cost, and the overall economy. So the question is simple. What if India can produce a clean fuel domestically instead of importing the fossil fuels from across the world? Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe, but on Earth, it usually exists combined with other elements, especially with oxygen in water. Using a process called electrolysis, scientists can split the water into hydrogen and oxygen using electricity. When this electricity comes from renewable sources like solar or wind power, the hydrogen produced is called green hydrogen. And here's what it makes so interesting. When hydrogen is used as fuel, it produces energy and water vapor, not carbon emissions. That means hydrogen could potentially power the industries that are very difficult to electrify, such as steel manufacturing, shipping, aviation, and heavy transport. These sectors are some of the biggest contributors to global emissions today. Recognizing this opportunity, India launched the National Green Hydrogen Mission. The plan is ambitious. India aims to produce 5 million tons of green hydrogen every year by 2030. That would place the country among the largest hydrogen producers in the world. But this mission is not just about producing fuel. It's about building a new energy ecosystem. Solar farms, wind farms, hydrogen production plants, storage systems, and export infrastructure all need to work together. And India actually has major advantage. Our country has abundant sunlight and rapidly expanding renewable energy capacity. Regions like Rajasthan and Gujarat receive some of the highest solar radiation in the world, making renewable electricity cheaper to produce. In simple terms, India could convert the sunlight and water into global energy commodity. While India has the resources to produce hydrogen, many advanced economies do not. Countries like Germany, Japan, and South Korea need clean fuels to power their industries and meet climate targets. But they lack the land, renewable energy capacity needed to produce the hydrogen cheaply at scale. So, in the coming decades, these countries may import green hydrogen from regions where the renewable energy is abundant. And this creates a completely new global energy equation. Instead of importing oil from fossil fuel exporters, countries might import hydrogen from renewable energy producers. India wants to become one of those suppliers. If India successfully builds a hydrogen economy, the impact could be enormous. It could reduce our dependence on imported fossil fuels, strengthen the energy security, and create a completely new export industry. Every transition has always reshaped global power structures. Coal powered the Industrial Revolution, oil powered the 20th century, and now the world is searching for the fuel that will power the next era. Some believe that the fuel could be hydrogen, a tiny molecule that might one day power the ships, factories, airplanes, and the entire economies. And if India plays its cards right, this green molecule could help reshape the country's energy future. If you enjoy stories that explain the hidden forces shaping our world, please subscribe.